Laid the basis, I guess, have what happened. They were victims, it appears. And I'm not being devil's advocate. I'm just, from my civilian mind, I want to know, in your case, Hank, police were there. Why were they at your son's house in the first place?
Well, the thing is, it was the guy that they call his friend sister house.
The policeman?
No, my son went and spent the night with my daughter.
Your son spent the night with your daughter.
They went and picked him up from her house.
Picked your son
up?
House. Picked your son up?
And see, this is the catch. My son was getting ready to leave out the house.
Yeah.
He had a AR-15 and 2 pistols. I said, where you going?
Whose phone is that beeping?
Man.
Turn your damn phone off, man.
Nah, I'm trying to show you this right here.
Turn your phone off. You're busy.
And I was telling.
Let me ask you, Mike.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I got you.
My basic questions. What you want to ask, Boo?
If he got an AR-15 and 2 other guns, what type of lifestyle would your son into to put himself in this position? If not,
that's where I was headed.
If not,
that's the point I'm finna get to.
And he didn't have to be no angel for this to be wrong now, but I'm just asking.
I told him straight up. I said, hey, don't leave the house with all that, man. I said, where's you going? He said, man, they be doing too much over there. I said, well, why you even going over there? I said, you can stay home because ain't nobody gonna come here and mess with you. He said, well, Daddy, since you arguing with me, I'll just go to my sister's house. So he left everything now and went over his sister's house where he took the AR and 1 pistol to his sister's house.
But he left the rest of the shit?
Uh-huh.
What the hell was the rest of the shit?
Well, he already
he took the AR.
He already had said they do too much over there.
But how much you take with you?
Let me tell you something. When people do too much, what they are saying, they into stuff over there.
And I'm not saying if he had 20 ARs. No. I'm not saying what happened to him was justified. I'm just trying to see now.
Well,
I'm just trying to see.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
You ain't got to be no angel to be done wrong by the police.
That's right. But this is the catch. When he went to his sister's house, because I was arguing at him, and he spent the night over there.
Yeah.
They come over there and pick him up.
They is the police?
The guy that he was with.
The guy he was with.
Devontae Brown.
Yeah.
What's supposed to be his friend. Well, the police told me he was his best friend. I don't know him.
Yeah.
He never been to a birthday party, a barbecue. He never been to my house.
Am I missing?
But he his best friend.
Am I missing something? In your son's case, I thought the claim from your side, from our side, was that the policeman killed the boy.
The people in the house killed him.
Okay.
And
the police are saying it was suicide.
The police just didn't do. They didn't even.
So it is. It is.
They didn't do the
parallel to.
It's parallel.
Mike.
They didn't do the intelligence.
I kept missing that. That's what I was missing.
They got the same exact story with Mike's son.
Yeah.
He went crazy, picked up a gun, hurried up, and killed himself.
Yeah.
Hold on. Call the police 5 hours later. They called what? About an hour later after yours.
Now I'm with you now.
And then check this out.
But was
so your son wasn't killed by the police?
Let him finish, bro. Let him finish.
But this is the catch. The police did not do an investigation. They just walked in there and picked my son up because my son was found butt naked, beat up, and they said he committed suicide.
Yeah.
My daughter worked for a psychologist. The psychologist said your son ain't had no mental history of nothing, and just wake up one day, go to somebody's house, leave his house, go to somebody else's house, and kill himself. Yeah. He said, I never heard of that.
What were you gonna say, bro?
I never heard of that.
Oh God!
And I'm just saying. I'm not. I mean,
he was stripped butt naked.
He answered my question.
He was stripped butt naked, and Union City took his body but didn't take no clothes. When Eric seen the video, they airdropped him a video. Yeah. All the bloody clothes were piled up in the floor, full of blood. The blood had been soaked, and when the coroners took his body temperature when they got there at 8:30.
I'm playing devil's advocate now.
Yeah, but the coroners.
What your son need with an AR and
everybody got an AR these days.
I mean, I got one, but I'm saying I know what I got mine for.
Everybody.
But what your son, I wouldn't take it to my sister's house. I'd take my handgun.
Well,
I got one on now.
Well, that's the case.
I wouldn't take an AR. So I'm asking you now. I'm not condemning him, man.
No, but I'm trying.
Even if he took it.
No, but I'm trying to get to.
But I'm saying, was he? I'm be more specific. Was he in the drug business?
Well, I don't know what he was doing, but my point is, Officer Matt. I ain't gonna say it. No. There's a friend of mine. He's an officer.
Yeah.
And he say, look, I know those people, man. Your son was with some bad people.
Yeah.
And I can pretty much tell you which one probably killed him. I was trying to get them put out before I quit Union City Police Department because their house is known for drugs, prostitution, and gangs.
Yeah.
So let me say this, DC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, say this.
All the cases I get involved in, pretty much, of the decedent, when the police has said it was suicide, there's a history there. And I'll be the first one to say it.
With regard to the victim?
When I say there's a history there, there's either drugs.
Yeah.
There's either, I got one case, the guy was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Okay. I got another case, where the person sold drugs and he did some other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't look at that. I look at the case. I look at the crime scene. I look at the investigation, and I look at if it was right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. And in both these cases, the police was negligent. They were negligent, and in both these cases, there was not suicide. I go as far as to look at what was this person doing? What did they have in the future? Did they have future plans? Were they trying to do something with their life? Mike's son had a nice job. He wanted to buy his mother a car. He said he was going to buy his mother a car.
Yeah.
People like that who have ambition, who have future plans, they don't put guns to their head and kill themselves.
Yeah, very few black people kill themselves.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. To your point, DC, put it all out on a table, but it doesn't matter what that individual was
what
into.
What the victim was into.
Exactly. Murder is murder. And the police, so what I'm hearing is that the police department, it seems as if they do not care in reference to this particular crime because of the area that it's in and the ordering of people that are being murdered.
Exactly.
So they wash it off as suicide, and they're done with it.
I'm not disagreeing with what
that is
happened.
that is where the department is negligent at.
Right.
It doesn't matter what they were doing.
Right.
A crime has been committed, so it needs to be investigated, and the criminals need to be brought to justice.
Right. But look at this situation right here. In my son's case, the police said when we went in, we found large amounts of marijuana on the bed, in a drawer, and on the dresser.
Yeah.
They went in there and picked my son up, butt naked, put him on a stretcher, took him off, and left the marijuana.
But he was at somebody else's house.
What'd you do with the weed?
Don't know what they did.
No. The question is what you do with the
He was at
weed.
somebody else's house.
Yeah, he was at somebody else's house.
They didn't check on his character. He was at somebody else's house.
But no police leave large amounts of marijuana.
But also,
weed
I agree with.
But they could plant it.
I agree.
They do all kind of shit.
I agree that they did your son wrong. Like I say, it's not is it the police or is the people above the police who are not letting these cases go, and the judges. Because you got to remember now, we got all these Supreme Court judges that's corrupt too.
Yeah, but when you go into these crime scenes, it's the detective who makes the call. Mm-hmm. And if that detective rules that it's suicide, now somebody like myself, now we got to fight the system to try to get the manner of death changed. Mm-hmm. To try to talk to police officers to see if they were willing to talk to you because, they got that cold blue. They don't want to talk. Mm-hmm. You got all these different things. You got witnesses who fled the scene. Now you got to track down these witnesses and see if they can talk to you. You got all of these different things. So to your question, it starts with the detective.
Yeah.
So let me actually stop right there. So when the police show up and they start talking to the sergeant, got to talk to somebody. He got to talk to a superior. Then somebody got to talk. So by the time they get to who you say is in charge right there, He's looking out for his policeman. He's not
Exactly.
looking out for the.
He's not going to.
He's not looking out for
if his
the victim.
detectives say it's suicide, then his
He gonna stay
supervisor
with
and
that.
everybody else says it's suicide.
So here's my question, and I'm going to just be bold and say, it appears that the alleged detectives are doing a cover-up, and if so,
Yes.
why are they doing that? So it leads to crookedness.
Well, it's that, and it goes back to, like you said before, it's the people who were involved, the decedents, the area, black on black crime, and they just don't care. One of the main reasons, I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons they care is because police in Georgia have what's called qualified immunity. You know what that is? That means they can't be sued liable.
Right.
So they don't really care.
Right. And so
Until that law changes, where you start putting a price tag on the work and putting people through mental anguish, like his wife had a stroke, mental anguish, right? You start putting a price tag on that, like you do anything else. When somebody gets shot at a club, what's the first thing they do? They want to sue the club, right? Yeah. Somebody gets shot at a gas station, first thing they're going to do is sue the gas station, right? They ain't have security. It's the same thing. It's the same premise. It's the same thought. Until you put a price tag on it and hold them civilly liable for their malfeasance and for their negligence, it's going to continue to happen. And that's something that the laws need to change. I cannot tell you. I mean, the Darius Scott case, that's another one in Atlanta that I'm working. The Darren Wooden case is another one in Atlanta. All of these cases I have, in Thomaston, Georgia, I got one, Nigel Adams. Same situation. Same. It's epidemic is what it is. Yeah. It's not just Union City. It's the police.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question that I have because I'm listening to
qualified immunity.
Hold it, bro. Let her finish.
So here's a question that I have because I'm hearing you, and at what point, if any point, are you concerned for your safety and the safety of your family? Because you're actually fighting
I'm fighting justice.
I thought about that.
So here's
and you're speaking very boldly and quite eloquently, if I may add, and you're passionate about this. But I can't help to think that there has to be some sense of concern for safety.
Yes, and there is. But here's the thing. My wife, she says it all the time. We don't flinch. If I need to be worried about doing my job, then I need to find another job. And if I'm not out there fighting for justice for people like the Postals and the Hutchins and all the other people, the DJ Fickies out there, all these different cases that I have, who's going to do it? See, the problem is we as citizens, we need to call our congressmen. We need to get these laws changed. We need to look at the system because laws change all the time. Yeah, we got a president got 36 felonies. That's the guy running for president.
That's some bitch out playing golf with Secret Service.
So the laws changed for him.
Yeah.
They letting him run for president.
Yeah.
So the laws can be changed.
Yeah.
But until these families find somebody as an advocate like myself, an attorney who's going to be out there fighting.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you,
You had
it's
something
going
to
to
say,
keep
bro?
happening.
I didn't know that we need to be asking for qualified immunity. So that's what we need to be asking our local politicians.
No. They need to get rid of qualified immunity.
Get rid of qualified immunity.
Qualified immunity protects.
Yes.
But I didn't know the word. I didn't know what to ask for, so I'm glad you said
You
that.
need to get rid of qualified immunity.
Yeah, okay.
We need to hold these
All
people
right.
civil liable for doing their job. And it's not just me saying it.
Yeah.
We went to the DA. Me and Mike, we met with Fonnie Willis and her entire staff.
Yeah.
We sat at a conference table as long as this room, and she had that room filled with people. She said, no, this is not a suicide.
Yeah.
And then they came back and said that Union City Police messed the investigation up so bad it ain't nothing they can do. Now, first of all, it is something you can do.
You can do. Let that man out.
You the district attorney.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing you could have done was you could have invited GBI to investigate the case.
Yeah.
That's the next order.
Yeah.
And they'd got some of that
They
facts
didn't
from
do
you.
that.
They'd got some of their facts from you.
Yeah.
'Cause you,
So don't tell me you can't do nothing. You
Right.
can do something.
Well, we probably talk about it all night, but let me say this in all earnest, man. Y'all got my condolences, brother. Like I said, I lost my daughter in 2022, but it was partially her fault. But either way, to lose a child, man, it's a small group, and it's sad to be a member of of that group.
Fraternity.
Now, that being said, I brought you on the show because I got a genuine concern, man, for the welfare of my people in this country. And it ain't no secret, man. It ain't no secret. Is there anything we can do? That's my first question. Is there anything we can do to bring this to the light? I say I'm not making judgment because I'm with the investigator. It seems as though the evidence suggests it's a cover-up. But if it wasn't a cover-up, then show me how it ain't.
Right.
That's the first thing. Is there anything we can do? Second thing is, did either of your sons have children?
My son did.
Okay. I was going to say, I've got a fund where I pledge to pay all the college tuition for comedians who have passed away and had children. Got 2 now. But if they had children, I was gonna play.
I got 9 pregnant now. Once you told me that,
Oh, God.
I've just been breathing like a
God.
rabbit.
Well, Bo, if your children are a result of you, I doubt if they'll go to college.
Get them a yellow bus. Get them a good yellow bus. I want air conditioning like everybody else.
Or high school.
Yeah. If they get a
But
yellow
that's
bus,
what I
I want
was
air
gonna say.
Or
conditioning.
elementary school.
That's what I was going to suggest. If they had children, I was
DC.
going to say, I pay. I send them to, I send them.
Let me throw this out here right quick.
Don't tell me you want to go to college. Your old ass ain't going to go to college. I'm sending your old ass to no
I
damn
don't want
college.
the same bus as him. It's going to take too long.
Look at him.
Shit, get your ass a track scholarship. You
No,
want to go?
no, for real though.
What?
Go to paralegal. Yeah, go to paralegal.
What?
Hey, for real though, DC. On my son case, and Eric could tell you this. My son was killed July the 3rd, 2022.
Right.
September the 3rd, 2022, Union City Police Department filed for his property to be destroyed while the case was open.
His cell phone. Now here's the thing.
And I told them he wanted
don't
cell
have,
phones.
Murder don't have a statute of limitations.
No, it does not.
They destroyed the
So
property.
why are you getting rid of the property?
What?
Yes.
Were you all able to stop that?
No,
No, too late. It's already
No.
done.
Too late.
They
Okay.
didn't tell him.
The case wasn't even closed. She had the case open a year.
So it tells you that it was
And they
a cover-up.
destroyed.
His cell phone, his
Evidence.
watch, and his
Evidence.
wallet.
Evidence.
Because I told
And
them,
I've seen them on TV pull up evidence from 30 years ago.
they told me they don't keep it
and
that
they
long.
still got the white woman draw.
They told me they don't. Union City
And
Police
they run
Department
it- they
told me
run
they
it-
don't keep it that long.
They run the DNA, which
Right.
wasn't out then, and they be like, Bo P kill this woman.
Had a people hair in the drawer. Yeah.
Oh God.
So they
sometime
wanted to destroy they destroyed the evidence.
3 months later.
So that tells
Wow.
you that it was a cover up, and the
Yeah, it was a cover-up,
and
I'm
the,
telling you.
and the powers that be
That
are
detective
heavily,
know them people
heavily
because she got
involved.
upset when I said I was gonna file a Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah.
They can't do that. They can't do that. And
One more question.
No,
I automatically was looking
I
at
can
her
talk
from the
about
jump.
this.
Is there a lawyer that
Let
can
me say
handle
one
you guys'
thing. Let me say
cases?
one thing. I'm piggyback on what you said about a cover up. And whatever it may be, it's going to be. But you know, when you have two medical examiners, first one come to the scene, crime scene, after my son was killed. The police trying to make them sway and say, well, yeah, he killed himself, it's suicide, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Medical examiner said, no, I can't do that, I need more investigation. So I'm going to label this
Undetermined.
Undetermined.
okay.
Or incons-
Now, we have a meeting with Bonnie Willis. We press him. We go down there, like I said, met with the whole team. She said, no. She's looking at everything, all the paperwork, all the crime scene photos and the way he was shot. And we looked at everything. Okay, and then she said, you know what? We're going to take this case. Is that what she said?
That's what she said.
Okay, now I'm going to put my integrity unit on it to go and check Union City out and see what's going on with them. Okay, the integrity unit go there, bam. Okay, he said something most definitely isn't right. Everybody we had that started leaning our way, seeing things the way they should really be looked at. Do you know those people no longer there?
They left the DA's office.
Fired.
They fired or left.
Okay, watch this. Then we get another from Savannah, Georgia, another medical examiner, Fannie Willis, ordered this one. He come back and say, what did he say?
He said the gunshot wound was atypical for a suicide. I got the
Oh,
report
God.
right here.
You know, better
You got
shoot
the
themselves
report
in the
right
back
there.
end.
He said it was
I grew up in,
It's two medical examiners.
So he's saying the
and
strange
they've been putting
is
that shit for a
uncommon.
long time, man. I grew up in Chicago. I remember one time they said my partner shot himself in the head twice. How the hell you gonna shoot your damn self in the head?
Because he missed the third time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
he was
it's
a bad
cover-up,
shot.
You see?
Yeah.
It's a cover-up.
It's
Like
and
the
it's
sister said, it's a
systematic.
cover-up. And if it's not, show me it's not a cover-up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Policeman or whoever you may be.
In D.C., on my son's case,
Yeah.
they didn't find no bullet, and the bullet came out his head.
Yeah.
The first officer didn't find no gun. I was told later that the bullet casing was found under his right leg, and the gun was found under his left
They
hip.
found the bullet case.
Under his leg. Anybody know you shoot a gun, and hold on, and then the gun was held to his face like this.
Yeah.
Who would flip a gun upside down and shoot themselves?
Right.
And then the bullet casing is under his leg and the gun under his left hip. But hold on, he left-handed. I never ever seen my son do nothing with his right hand. And they say, oh, that don't matter. But why you got your gun on your right side? If it don't matter which hand.
It does.
Nah.
Another thing, my son ambidextrous. He can use both hands.
Yeah.
When he write his penmanship, he uses left. But with anything else, shooting pool, I taught him how to play guitar. He
Yeah.
played with his right hand, shot pool with his right hand, used a gun, strong hand was his right hand.
But he ain't had no gun. He ain't had no arm back of his head.
No,
No.
here's the
He
thing.
No.
shot in the back of his head, right?
Yeah.
But if you ambidextrous,
On
you ain't got no
the-
arm
on
in the
the
back of your
left
damn
side,
head.
Right, but they shot
On
on
the
the left
left
side,
side.
you see. This
Not
is
his
his
right
strong
side.
hand.
His
The
son
boys
was
didn't
right.
know
Right
that.
hand.
They
Yeah.
just seen him right. So they thinking he left-handed, so that's why they shitted themselves.
Oh, man.
They wasn't as smart as they thought they was.
Nah.
He was strong hand with his right.
Yeah.
That's what he did everything with.
Nah.
It's sad,
Well, I do want
Yeah.
to just
Nah,
say
let me
that.
It's
ask.
sad
Let me
because
ask
we
before I
can't do
wrap it
anything
up.
about it.
Yeah.
It's sad because there's nothing being done
No,
about
we can
it.
do something about it. That's what I'm finna get at. But what you want to say?
I just wanted to have my prayers out to you and your wife, and
Yeah,
to you,
my
and to
condolences.
you as well. But
Yeah.
but especially to the investigator and his wife. That God
Nah.
protect you guys as you
That's why
all
we need
I
to
wanna
get out
ask-
here and help these people.
I want to ask Detective Eccles. You've been out there a while in this. What do you think the chances are that anything will happen with regards to the department being put on blast or some kind of, what are the chances of anything positive resulting from your investigation and from whatever we can do?
So to answer that question, let me say this. The public, just like the public got involved at Rashard Brooks, you talked about that.
Yeah.
They got out there and blocked down traffic on the freeways and things. They protested.
I'm game for that.
You see what I'm saying? Until something happens where the city's gonna take notice, then nobody up above, like the Attorney General, the GBI,
Yeah.
all of these people, not gonna care. Now, DC, you know a lot of people. And you know a lot of people who know a lot of people. So when that social media starts hitting and people start calling the DAs and start calling the governor and start saying, hey, what about these cases in Union City? What about the Austin Mitchell? What about, Hank Hutchins Jr.? What about these cases? What are you doing? Until that happens, they're going to sit back and do nothing.
Well, they're going to hear from me, man. They're going to
I
hear from me
appreciate
about
it.
Hank Jr. They're going to hear from me about Austin Mitchell, man. And I hope it won't replace him, man.
No.
But, if you've been wronged by the system, you deserve, I'm just putting it out there, compensation, man. Now, I know that that's not your driving force, but if you've been wronged by the system, you didn't do.
Right.
And shit, don't feel no kind of special way about going after that money. And you getting that fucking pocket. And I'm telling you, man, that'll change some
It'll
things.
change
And
some
I
things.
think it's a right step to get
Yeah.
a bona fide investor.
Detective, yeah.
And I think Next step, if you haven't already done, is a lawyer.
That's what we need.
And go after that fucking money.
Being Crump is busy.
That's what we need.
And here's the thing about the attorneys.
You know enough about your son case. Whatever lawyer you get, you gonna
Okay, go ahead.
Get all the
Go ahead.
Attorneys,
Huh?
and I've talked to several attorneys about these two cases and other cases I have. That qualified immunity, attorneys don't want to touch it. They don't want to touch it. Oh, a police can be negligent in doing their investigation. Well, they shouldn't be. Don't accept it.
They'll be held liable.
They should be
accountable
accountable
and liable.
and liable.
Just need the right attorney.
You just need the right person. You need the right attorney. You need to get the law changed. You need, this qualified immunity needs to go. Because until it does, and if it stays there, you're going to continue to have these type of cases. And I get them all the time. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm a private investigator.
Yeah.
I can bring it to light, but there's only so much I can do.
I know a couple of lawyers.
Yeah,
No,
he do.
I'm sure.
I know a couple of lawyers. I'm gonna mention. I ain't promising nothing. I don't know nothing. Johnny Cochran represented me one time. Lost a case. That some bitch got OJ. I said, "You got OJ?"
Pictures he had.
He represented me against ABC.
Yeah, pictures he had of you though.
No, it wasn't no pictures, man.
But I understand
Video.
what you're saying,
The
that the
video.
lawyers that you all are in communication with, they're operating, their mindset is in the spectrum of what the law is allowing. But what you all are saying is you need a lawyer that first
work
is
around it.
right and is willing to go and say, hey, first let's change this,
Right.
and also see how we can still get what we need, because there is something that may not have been seen.
All right.
Need that
I know
hungry lawyer.
I know a few lawyers. And I'm calling. I don't know what they gonna say.
Right.
But I hook y'all up with them, and then God bless you. I hope y'all keep us updated on what's happening, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in, man. And God bless both of y'all, man. My condolences, man.
Thank you.
My condolences, man.
Keep fighting.
Well, thank you, man.
You lose a child.
Thank you,
know?
man.
And
Yeah.
Really, really sorry for your loss, man. I'm praying for your strength too, brother.
Yeah, I
'Cause it
appreciate
don't
it.
go away just in 1 or 2 days or a year.
Yeah.
There's no time limit on that. There's no statute of limitation on pain.
Yeah.
Especially when you lose a loved one. So we just gonna pray for each other and keep each other uplifted, man, the best we can. And I'm gonna teach you how to play that bass.
Well, good luck with that, but I've been trying. I done bought some very expensive basses, man. I can't play worth a damn. I got 5 string. I bought 4 basses. I can't play worth a shit. We gonna get together, man. We gonna get together. Are you saying with them niggas, man?
I'm playing behind them. We got the whole band playing behind them. We're doing DVD. And we supposed to do a CD. When we gonna do that, please?
We gonna get to it, man.
All right, let's do it.
We gonna do it for real, man. God bless you. Y'all been listening to DisRace. I'm DC Curry.
I'm Bo P.
I'm Sister JJ, and happy birthday, Richard.
I got Hank, my main man, Hank Hutchins, wheelchair Hank. To my right, I got Mike Mitchell, bass player extraordinaire, huh?
Pastel, you know my name.
Pastel.
That's Mama maiden name.
Oh,
But
okay.
he mine though. He mine.
You need
You got
to
too much
explain
going on.
all that kind of shit, man.
You got too much going on.
Yeah, I got my main man, Private Eye. You got any of y'all got any social media stuff you
Yes.
wanna, Mr. Eccles, Detective Eccles?
We got a couple of them. TFP Company is my company.
Can we print that on the screen, Will?
TFP
Richard?
Company.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, in the
TFP
replay, get
Company
that
is the company, and Echoes Files.
TFP.
TFP Company for
All right.
Truth, Fact, and Protect. So TFP Company, that's our company webpage. And then I got Echoes Files. That's my Instagram, and I put cases and things of that. It's like the files from Eric Echoes' cases, and I call it
Yeah.
Echoes Files.
Yeah.
So you can hit me up on Echoes Files and all my social media.
Y'all need any social media stuff?
I'm just on the Henry Hutchins, Facebook and Instagram.
You gotta change the rollabout.
Mike,
Yeah, Michael Pastel. Just my name, straight name on Facebook.
do y'all have a GoFundMe or something?
Now we me and him gonna get together and set one up though.
Yeah.
We gonna set one up though.
I gotta go fuck me. I got about 5 friends.
No, we ain't giving your ass no
DC, if you know how to,
motherfucking.
DC, if you know how to go about doing that, That'd be nice. We could.
Well, them technicians, they know all that shit.
Okay.
DC,
I really don't know shit.
Right.
DC know a lot. DC know a lot.
But
Thank
man, I
y'all.
want to tell you, man,
Thank-
I appreciate you breaking down for my usual conversation and doing this because people that we know that contact someone like yourself can get their word out. It's just like being Crump. Everybody can't get to being Crump.
Right.
Somebody got to get someone like yourself who have a following that can get this word out and can help support the movement of what's going on.
Right.
So I appreciate you for breaking down tonight and doing this, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless y'all. You've been listening to DisRace. We'll holler.